right, welcome to today's yoga. My dogs have been rather active in the past few minutes, so they might be pretty active for today's practice. We're gonna go ahead and get started in a child's pose today. So you can make your way down to your mat or a soft surface, whatever you're working with today is fine. And reach your arms out long in front of you, beginning to melt into the ground that you're on. Welcome if you're joining us. We're getting started with today's practice in a child's pose. And I am recording, so I just want to make sure you guys are muted and videos are hidden. So in your child's pose, just melt your forehead down. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Begin to lengthen your breath. And start to check in with your breath and your body, thinking about what you might need today. Do you need strengthening? Do you need opening? Do you need a little bit of everything? Whatever it is that you need today, make it your intention for class by turning it into an I am statement. So if what you need is strength, your mantra today is I am strong. You need opening. Your mantra is I am open. And let this mantra guide you through your practice today. Every position and posture we enter, repeat your mantra to yourself. Tapping into the breath. Everyone take a big inhale and a slow exhale. And again, big inhale, full exhale out. On your next inhale, pull yourself up to tabletop position. Keep the tops of your feet pressing into the ground. Shoulders are stacked right over your hands. Check in with your index fingers. Make sure they're pointing forward or slightly out. And find your gaze about a foot in front of your hands. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift the gaze a couple feet, maybe out in front of you. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, send your gaze back to your knees. Inhale, drop the belly for cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale, drop the belly for cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale, come to find neutral position. Exhale, zip up your core, squeeze your ribcage in. On your inhale, lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe do a couple wrist circles. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm behind the left arm. Right cheek comes towards the ground. Here, just find your breath. Breathe into the back of the shoulder. One more breath here. And then exhale, press through your left hand, lift your right arm back up towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, right hand back down to the ground. Inhale, left side now, maybe a couple wrist circles. And exhale, thread the needle, left arm behind the right, left cheek to the earth. Breathe into your left shoulder. Decide again what you need out of this posture. One more inhale here. Exhale, press through your right hand, lifting the left arm back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, the left arm to the ground in front of you. Shift your weight out over your hands. Then exhale, slowly lower all the way to the ground. Squeeze your elbows in tight. Firm through your legs, tops of your feet are pressing into the earth so strong. Quads are strong. Inhale, lift your chest for a cobra. No weight in your hands. Exhale, lower forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, lower. Tug through your toes. Press back up into your tabletop position. Exhale, sink your hips back. A brief child's pose just to check in with if you're starting to open up. Notice how it feels different than when you started. You can wiggle out, add some movement here. Inhale, back up to your tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Decide what you need out of this posture so you can pedal out your legs. Maybe you bend your knees generously to lengthen through your back. You can shake your head yes, or shake your head no. One more breath to wiggle. And then come to find stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a big inhale, a slow exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Slowly tiptoe your feet up to your hands. Find your forward fold. Bend your knees generously. Grab opposite elbows and sway back and forth if it's what you need in this position. Swaying is always optional. Stillness is always an option as well. Always using the breath to find a deeper inhale. And exhale, stretch just a little deeper. On your next inhale, find your hands on either your shins or upper thighs. Press through your legs. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. And come to find standing. Big shoulder roll to the back. Set your posture. Strong legs, strong core, strong breath. What was your mantra that you said at the beginning of practice? Repeat it 3 times to yourself. And let it guide us through our practice today, starting with Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, hands on legs, use traction. Exhale, bend your knees a lot, plant your hands on the ground, step your left foot back, and then your right, finding your high push-up position. Exhale, slowly lower to your belly or halfway down for chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Pedal out. We're going to build heat. Always the option to take child's pose inside a downward facing dog. You don't always have to do the push-up, the yogi push-ups. Decide what you need from your practice. Be your own instructor. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your right foot up and then your left. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come up. Look up. Exhale, hands go straight through heart center all the way back down into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Step your right foot back this time, and then your left. Option to chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward and then your right. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Repeat your mantra to yourself again. As we continue to build heat, build a practice, incorporate more complex poses, don't forget it. Always keep your focus. Always ask yourself what you want, what you need out of the posture. Inhale, sweep your arms up as you sink your hips back. Utkatasana, fierce pose, also known as chair pose. You bring hands to heart center. If you don't need any more shoulder work today, I know I don't. Inhale, lift your ribs slightly. Just lift your ribs out of your hips. And exhale, twist to the right. Maybe hooking your elbow on the outside of your right leg. Breathe here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your high plank. Option to chaturanga or to go straight back into downward facing dog. We'll meet there. You can pedal out the legs for a moment. Find your big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, sweep your right foot high, three-legged dog. Exhale, drive your right knee forward, stepping your right foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Take a moment here to open up through your right hip, front of the left leg. See if you can't loosen up some of the weight from your hands. So maybe you're on fingertips. Maybe you have no hands at all. Strong legs here. High onto the back left toes. Square up your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms high, crescent lunge. Just for a moment, stay strong. Exhale, open up warrior two. Be sure you can see your right big toe on the inside of your right knee. Inhale, extend your front leg, reverse your triangle. Right ribs lift towards the ceiling. Exhale, cartwheel forward, send your hips back, reach forward out over your right leg. Allow your right arm to fall, finding triangle. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Left arm comes down to meet the right. Pivot on your back foot, coming to a kneeling lizard lunge. So both hands on the inside of your right leg. You're on your back knee. Coupling the effort of our standing postures with a little bit of kneeling, opening through your right hip. Option here, if you're feeling open for it, you can reach your right arm forward, reach it forward, then reach it up, maybe bending the left knee and grabbing the left foot. Now, if you're cramping like crazy in your hamstring, maybe try to avoid that. No one needs a cramp today, no matter what your intention was. But this is pretty big opening for that left quad, so play around with it, see what you want to work with today. If you're taking the quad stretch, go ahead and release it. Plant both hands inside of the right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee, and then the right foot, send it back to meet your left. Option to do a vinyasa here or not, you can send it straight back into downward facing dog. Take a second to catch your breath. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet to your hands. Find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms come up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Here we go, other side. Inhale, both arms up, sink your hips back. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Breathe here. On an exhale, send your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your ribs slightly. Exhale, twist towards the left. Try your best here. Keep your hips below your heart. You need strong legs. Trust in your legs. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high push up. Always option to do a vinyasa or not. Maybe we all meet in downward facing dog. You can pedal out your legs. On an inhale, lift your left foot high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it between your hands, finding your runner's lunge on the left. It could feel so different than the other side. So hands are on either side of your left foot, but trying to take the weight out of our hands, trying to really activate your left leg. Be strong through both feet, high on the back right toes. On an inhale, sweep your arms up high, crescent lunge. Choose what you need here. One more inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Line it up, see your big left toe. Inhale, extend your front leg. Lift your left ribs, reverse triangle. Exhale, cartwheel forward. Send your left arm as far forward as you can. Let it pivot down, triangle pose. Big breath here. Exhale, right arm comes down. Finding your lizard lunge on the left side now. You can lower your back knee. Wiggle out here, see what you need, see how it's feeling. Maybe you reach your left arm forward, up and back to grab your right foot, maybe. Every day it's different. You do not have to do what you did the day before. One more breath wherever you are. Then plant both hands inside the left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, then lift the left foot to meet the right. High push-up position. You're all set to do a vinyasa if you want, or send your hips up for downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round each side. We're gonna take it a little quicker, really trying to connect our breath to our movement. So really exaggerate your inhales and your exhales. Let that guide you through the practice. So let's all sync up here now. Take a big inhale. Slow exhale, sigh it all out. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up, sink your hips back. Exhale, hands to heart center and twist towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Option to lower halfway, chaturanga, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands. Find runner's lunge. Ground down through your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, extend your front leg, reverse your triangle. Exhale, shift your hips back, reach forward, and lower down into your triangle pose. I said it was gonna be a little quicker, but it feels so good on the hips. You can do it. One more breath here. Exhale, find your lizard lunge on the right. You can stay lifted if you want. Option to reach your arm up and around, grabbing the quad stretch if you're feeling it today. One more breath here. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift off into your high push-up. Option to do a vinyasa or sink back into downward facing dog. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet to your hands. And inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Same pace, other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up, sink hips back, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. And twist towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Exaggerate the breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back and lower to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep flowing. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, step it between your hands. Find your strong runner's lunge. Inhale, arms lift, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your triangle, lift up through your ribs. Exhale, shift it forward, find triangle pose. Big breath here, big inhale. Slow exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, catch yourself in your lizard lunge left side. You can lower your leg and maybe take the quad stretch. You might be a little more warm or open for it now, but it's not worth a leg cramp. One more breath in. Exhale, plant both hands. Tuck your right toes. Lift your left foot back to meet the right. One more opportunity to do a vinyasa if you're feeling it. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Slowing it down here. Catch your breath. Inhale your right foot up for three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee and send it back behind your right wrist, finding pigeon on your right leg. So I always walk my left leg back a little bit. We're going for a stretch in the right hip, right glute. You can walk your arms forward if you'd like, if that feels good for you. Here is also an option. You can keep your left arm planted. You can also take a quad stretch here if you'd like. If it feels good. I'm a big advocate to play around in these postures and always ask yourself, what do I need right now? Might be different from yesterday, might be different from last week. Honor whatever it is that your body is asking for. Wherever you are, find your hands planted in front of your right leg. Tuck your left toes, lift your right leg up and send it back. You can shake it out if you need to. Get the blood flow back to your right toes. In your downward facing dog, you can pedal out. And left side now. First inhale, left foot high. And then bend your left knee, send your left knee behind your left wrist. Coming to find pigeon on the left side now. You can walk your right leg back. And just because you did a certain variation on the other side does not mean you have to do that variation on this side. Again, it's a question of what you need today, right now, in this moment, and honoring whatever that is. Come to find your hands. Tuck your right toes, lift up, and then shoot your left leg back, finding your finding your down dog. You can wiggle out your left leg as much as you need to, get the blood flow back. And then come to find a seat. You can get there however you want. Find a seat and send your legs out long in front of you. You move the flesh out from under your tush. Flex your toes, all 10 toes. I tend to forget my pinkies. I only flex my big toes. All 10 toes, pull them back towards you. And then inhale, reach your arms up high. See if you can't lift your rib cage again. And then exhale, fold over your legs. First, finding your depth with a straight back. And then once you feel like, okay, I can't go anymore with a straight back, just allow yourself to relax from there. You guys have worked plenty hard enough. You deserve to just let go here. So maybe you can get your hands behind your legs. Maybe they're on the ground. Maybe they're on top of your legs. Maybe you can interlace your fingers behind your feet. It doesn't matter. Yoga is not about touching your toes. It's about what you learn on the way there. What you can learn about your body, what you can honor and respect, and what you need and what you want. Inhale, slowly walk yourself back up. Bend your legs so your feet are flat against the earth. Hold the backs of your legs if you need, or arms out in front of you. Slowly lower onto your backs, one vertebra at a time. Once you're there, you can hug both knees into your chest and wiggle side to side. A little massage for the low back. Then release your feet flat to the ground, knees point towards the ceiling. Arms can go out to a T. And allow your knees to drop over to the right. Your left hip might lift, that's totally fine. Maybe send your gaze to the left. If you have a different version of a reclined twist that you prefer, by all means, you can take that here. Inhale your legs back through center and let them fall to the other side again. If you have a different version, that's fine. Knees to the left, gaze is to the right. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And if you would like to take a happy baby, grab the outsides of your thighs or the outsides of your feet and pull your knees in towards your armpits. Rocking side to side, maybe extending one leg at a time. And then sending your legs out long in front of you, allowing your knees and feet to fall open. Arms can be wide at your sides, palms up or maybe on your belly. Maybe one hand's on your heart. And just take 1 minute here just to breathe, just to be. Shavasana. If you're able to stay in the Shavasana longer, I highly encourage it. If you have to get back to your day, I understand. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, slowly waking the body back up. And then find a good morning stretch, reaching your arms up above your head and reaching your legs long out in front of you. Slowly rolling to one side, you can tuck your knees into your chest and use your right arm as a pillow, or whichever arm is a pillow. And like you're waking up for the first time today, press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Hands can be on your knees or at heart center, and take one last moment here to repeat your mantra, your I am statement. Thank you so much for joining me for today's flow yoga. My name is Kelsie. It's a pleasure as always. Namaste.